On this episode of the world's strictest parents,
You can do this, come on.
meet the Wilcoxes
We have confidence in both of you.
from Jacksonville,
1, 2,
Florida.
3.
Team!
A family who believes that unity is strength
All right, guys.
Go.
and that high standards and expectations are a must.
You're in the Wilcox family. We don't walk away from things that are hard.
For the next week, they'll take in two self-centered teens.
I'm 16 years old. I can do whatever I want.
Well, I shouldn't even have to go to school. Just get out.
But will a week of tough living on Team Wilcox
Oh God, he won't shut up.
help these teens make the grade?
Hey,
Hey,
you need to try your hardest and not walk away.
I'm Stephanie. I'm 15, and I'm from Lancaster, California.
Let me have your phone.
Stop! Stop!
Stephanie, give me your phone.
Ah! Stephanie!
Stephanie has been very disrespectful lately and selfish to her sisters and me.
Want me to show you throwing at your face?
Defiant. Clean your room right now.
Why don't you clean it? You know, you're the mom. Just get out. I really hate doing dirty work.
I am not touching that. That's disgusting.
Stephanie has always been a little bit of a drama queen.
You get this done. Are you?
What?
At school, she really slacks. Her grades go down, and there's no reason for it. She just has that attitude. I don't want to do it right now.
Why do I even go? I shouldn't even have to go to school. You know, I'm not a complete idiot.
I'm to the point where I just don't know what else to do.
Okay, you know what? That party that you're supposed to go to, you're not gonna go.
Leave me alone!
I'm Matt. I'm 16. I'm from Rochelle Park, New Jersey.
You plan on going out?
Yeah.
No. This room
Yeah.
gets cleaned up before you go anywhere. Matthew.
Leave me alone, yo.
Matt has become very difficult.
Get away from me.
Everything is a battle. At least have the decency to answer me.
What?
You want me to clean your room?
What do you want?
Do you want me to clean your room?
No.
Why?
Because it's my room, my property.
My house.
Go away.
Excuse me?
You.
Matt definitely has an attitude.
This is just some of Matt's handiwork with his anger.
First he gets all hot, curses, storms into his room, slams his door.
Open the door, Matt.
Because he wants to just walk away from it. Dismiss it all, walk away from it.
Ass. I don't really give a about anything.
What do you want to do with your life, Matt? You want to wind up like,
I'm 16 years old. I can do whatever I want.
If Matt doesn't change, I feel he's not going to have much of a future. Life is not all about fun,
Yes.
Matt. No, it isn't.
In my eyes, it is.
How do you let it get to this? And it's a parent's worst nightmare. And I just feel so helpless.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
I hope that she comes home a lot more appreciative of everything she has, and I hope she can get something out of this.
I won't do dirty work, so unless they're gonna be the ones scrubbing the dirt under my nails, then I shouldn't do it.
If Matt doesn't change, I've already talked to you about the military school. We'll look into that.
Yeah, he's got a good life here. He doesn't realize it.
My name is Jack Wilcox.
My name is Patty Wilcox.
We have 3 children, Jackson 15, Lindsay 13, and Rebecca 8.
And we're Team Wilcox from Jacksonville, Florida. In order for the team to work, we all have to do our part. When we ask our children to do something, we expect first-time obedience.
Vacuum the living room out there and this carpet right here before we leave. We have non-negotiable rules and we have family values that our kids live by.
Team Wilcox is us working together as a family to get things done.
It helps us to set the table.
Both of my parents are strict, and we respect the authority.
Take the load that's in the washing machine and put it in the dryer.
We have to be hard workers, and we have to finish our responsibilities in order to have any freedom whatsoever. Okay, can you help me with this blanket?
We don't have all day.
Come in.
Let's go. We gotta get to school.
Listen.
Education in the Wilcox home is very important. Thank you, everyone. Jack and I have a school called Harvest Community School. We are 10 years old, and we currently have about 226 kids.
Compound verb.
We do everything within our power to get them going in the right direction. It's who we are, really. I mean, you can't hardly separate Jack and Patty without saying harvest.
What's up? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Matt. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
When I first saw Matt, I was thinking, hey, this looks like a guy I can get along with, and he's pretty cute. So what do you think the family's gonna be like?
I think they're gonna be douches.
Are you gonna do anything they say?
Nah, I'm gonna try not doing anything.
I don't want them to boss me around. I don't like that.
Yeah, authority is not cool.
I know, right?
Not. I think me and Stephanie will get along. All right, let's go.
I was thinking about what the family would think of me, because I don't really follow rules all that well. They're not gonna get me to do anything like dirty or like something I don't want to do.
I just don't see any point for change.
What if they like took your skateboard away or something?
That would be crossing the line. Like, I'd bug out.
So we're gonna have to be hard at first.
Yeah, first couple of days will probably be rough, and then maybe they'll see our hearts and want to change.
When I pulled up to the property, I was like, oh, wow, nice house. They had like some nice stuff, like a pond. So I was like, worried.
1, 2, 3.
Hey!
All right.
Oh, great. Wow. They look so like stuck up, huh?
They look like they try to be like perfect.
I know, right?
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
How you guys doing?
How you doing? Mr. Wilcox.
I'm Stephanie.
I'm Patty, Miss Wilcox.
I thought Mr. Wilcox was like a cop or something, because he had the cop look.
Come on in.
We had Matt and Stephanie go directly to the table because we needed to be upfront and honest and communicate clearly what our expectations were.
We're your new children for the week.
All right.
Excited to have you.
They're gonna have to abide by and do the same rules as my kids do. Our family is kind of like a team, and it's Team Wilcox. So you guys have just been drafted on our team.
Wow, are you serious? Like, is this guy insane?
So when we play as a team, that means everybody gets involved and everybody plays. Okay, we don't have anybody that sits back, does whatever they want to do, and then try to join the team later.
Team Wilcox, thought it was kind of like lame.
That being said, what we want to do is go over our family rules. First thing I need you to do is take your hat off in the house.
I knew that was coming.
Okay. The very first thing is that we want to talk to you guys about is respect. You know, respect for authority, respect for peers, and respect for property. The other thing is no profanity. We don't want any unwholesome talk coming out of your mouth. But really all we're talking about is self-control. That's really the bottom line here. You know, you've got to learn to use self-control. And the tongue is a dangerous thing. Yeah, the other thing is no smoking, no drinking, make sure your room's clean, and make your bed. So don't come out of your room in the morning without your bed made. All right, let's get your bags, and then we'll take you to your rooms.
I think that the rules are stupid and pointless, and most of them are just retarded.
This is where you'll stay. This is my girls' room. Looks can be deceiving because they look like normal teens, and I'm like, okay, if they're not blatantly rebellious, sometimes those type of things are hidden and harder to unlock.
I might have a hard time following all the rules. I got my own team going on, not Team Wilcox.
Coming up,
You guys want to put your uniforms on?
Team Wilcox heads to school.
It's so uncomfortable.
Plus, a shock for the teens.
Called your school because I wanted to see your transcript. Matt, come on. You gotta get up, man. Let's go. First thing was getting them out of the bed and making sure that they take care of chores around the house that needed to be done. You have everything taken care of in your room?
Oh,
be taken care of?
Oh yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
You want to go make sure? coming out of your room until everything's taken care of.
Make your bed before you get out of your room in the morning. It's just a non-negotiable.
That's not acceptable. You put the pillows where they need to go.
Where do they go at?
Go at the head of the bed. Come on, do it right. In our house, when your responsibilities are taken care of, you do it in excellence and do it right the first time.
I'm done. I don't make my bed in the mornings. I've never ever done that in my life.
Get the wrinkles out of the bed and see that where that's hanging out, just push it up underneath there.
Really? Who gives a I mean, like, it's a bed.
You done?
Yeah.
That's still not good enough. Look at the edges. It all should be flat all the way around.
I was starting to get a little annoyed when Jack kept telling me to like fix the bed, because I thought like the first time was all good.
That's better. I think both of them need to work on work ethic and doing things complete.
See the crumbs right here, Stephanie? Just get those, wipe it again for me.
Pull your pants up. Pull them up, up, pull them up.
Yeah, up.
We don't want to see your drawers. And your zippers down too, so we'll go out here and vacuum this carpet. Matt's kind of lazy in some areas, and I knew that I was going to have to really push him. You got it?
Yeah.
You sure? I was like, there's no way this is done. No, you didn't even do that right there.
What is that?
Look at that. See?
It's a leaf. I was kind of pissed off.
I don't want to see any dirt on the ground.
Every time that they walked away, I would just shove them all the dirt under everything.
Normally we do this in a quarter of the time that it took for Stephanie and Matt to accomplish the same thing. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go up to the school, and you guys need to put your uniforms on, okay?
Do we have to wear them?
You have to wear a uniform,
Why?
because that's one of our rules at the school.
I'm not here to go to school. I just thought that was ridiculous, and there was no point of me even going.
Beautiful, Stephanie.
I look weird. And it gives you like major wedgies, like no joke. It's so uncomfortable.
All right, so let's load up.
The road, we in this.
Matt and Stephanie, welcome to Harvest Community School. This is what we do. Hey, guys.
We wanted them to see, the difference in the kids that really have a high standard of excellence in academics.
So I want you to read The Road Not Taken, interpret it according to how you would use this poem in your life.
I sat in the back of the class while I was going because I wanted to see firsthand their reaction to the different teachings that were going on.
I hate having to learn, having to pay attention. I really could care less.
The two choices metaphorically represent.
Stephanie was just twirling her rubber bands in her hand and just kind of didn't want to be there. Looked real bored. I was kind of concerned about that. Didn't seem like she was, paying attention.
Yes, Matt.
I think you could still be successful on the wide road.
It depends on what you're measuring your success by. If you're choosing the wide road, there may be a difference in the way you obtain those things.
I was really happy to see Matt come in and really just participate in what was going on.
Do y'all have any questions? No. Thank you. Y'all have a great weekend. They are.
Did you learn anything?
No.
After we got done with the English class, we immediately did an interview with them to talk about what we've learned and how we can get better in our lives.
Before you came, we asked that your school send us your transcripts so we could look over those grades, because we always do that with every student that comes in.
Wow, what the hell, you freaking stalker.
I see right now that your GPA is currently a 1.83. You won't even get into college at 1.83. You have to have a 2.5 or higher for any college to even consider you. At this point, she really needs to get serious about her academics, or her future is going to be minimal. Why do you think you're just doing average in school?
I tried studying once and it didn't work out.
Your academic success is your future. If you don't get serious about this, you're not gonna be able to get into college. And do you want that to happen?
She's not my mom. She doesn't really know me. It's kind of like, shut the hell up.
Knowing you were going to come in, we basically called your school because I wanted to see your transcript. Your cumulative GPA is a 1.6. Can't go to college on this.
GPAs are just a number. I don't really care.
Why are your grades so poor?
Just like homeworks, I feel like once you're done with school, that should be it. Like,
So you don't do anything when you get home. When I was interviewing Matt, I was a little worried that he didn't have the mindset of really putting forth the effort in his academics like we would have in our family. What are you going to do? You can't go to college on this. I thought bringing Matt and Stephanie to the school would be a great experience for them to see that changes that take place now, not later.
Coming up,
I don't want to be here all day.
Jack and Patty up the pressure.
Keep working, Stephanie.
Well, I'm slow. I can't help that.
You can help it. You just don't want to help it.
And later,
What's going to happen if something really happens in your life? You need to go out there and try your hardest and not walk away. Hey guys, let's come on in here, Stephanie and Matt. We'll let you know what we're going to do today. At the beginning of day 3, we wanted to go out, outside of ourselves in the community and help some other people out.
We're Team Wilcox. We're gonna be out there working. We're not gonna ask you to do anything we wouldn't do. And I want us to think outside of ourselves today, that it's not about you.
We've have a neighbor here that's an elderly lady that really can't do anything in her yard. She can't afford to have anybody do it. So we're gonna go over and rake leaves and bag them and get her yard cleaned up for her.
We have confidence in both of you that you can do this.
We felt like if we could teach Matt and Stephanie not to be so self-centered, they could go a long way in their lives.
back at home, I would probably never rake leaves for a neighbor, so I was a little bit annoyed.
I didn't really understand the meaning behind it because, to me, it was just work, more work that I'd do.
All right, this is it, guys.
I feel like the raking is bogus, and I don't want to be a part of Team Wilcox.
You want to stay concentrated in an area because if you start pulling from all over the place, you're not going to know what you've done. So we're all in a line right here, so if everybody takes this and moves this back like this, the pile stays in a line. See? So everybody pull your part back. Try to stay in your line. You having fun?
Me?
Yes.
Not at all. I was not in the mood at that time. I wanted to just tell him off and go right back to the house.
Keep working, Stephanie.
I am.
It's not going to get done. We don't work hard. It's going to still be here.
Well, I'm slow. I can't help that.
You can help it. You just don't want to help it.
Well, I'm not even complaining either, and I'm actually trying, so...
I don't want to be here all day doing the same thing over and over.
Oh my God, he won't shut up.
Oh, we have the blower over here.
Matt was kind of playing around, not working, so I decided maybe I could kind of get him off of actual work and thinking about himself there, and started talking to him about his future. You think you're going to be able to have the same work ethic and be able to go to college?
No, I think once I get older, things will change.
Why not change now?
Because the time has not come. I think it's whack that you gotta do homework and whatnot.
Why do you think schools give you homework?
To hassle you.
The hassle? Nope.
Yeah.
Wrong. Try again.
Just to make you hate school.
Guess again.
I have no idea.
Really, the main reason to go to school is not just to go to college and get a job. It's to learn things so that you're educated and knowing how to do them.
So what's the point of homework?
So what do you think the point of homework is?
I don't know.
Based on what I just said.
I have no idea. I think Jack was trying to get it in my head that I need to find out what I'm doing, in my life, later on. And I didn't see the point.
I felt like Stephanie separated herself from the group, and I walked over to her just to check in on her to see how she was doing. And she had an attitude a mile long.
I'm kind of mad, and I don't want to talk it out when I'm mad because then I'll go off.
And we do that with our kids. We sit them down, we talk while we work.
I'm not really like that, especially when I'm mad. When I'm mad, I kind of want to be left alone, and I don't want to listen to it.
Right.
I go to a place where I can think, like the beach. I think it was too soon for the family to start talking to me about anything personal. They don't need to know my life story.
Come here, everybody. Let me show you something. I can tell that Stephanie and Matt were kind of getting a little bit frustrated, so I brought them all over to the front of the yard so they could see everything that they've done. When we look here, we've seen what we've accomplished. All of us as a team, Team Wilcox, we've come over here and we accomplished something for somebody that...
Not for ourselves. We're not getting any benefit from it. Who's getting the benefit? Someone else. You feel good about doing something for someone else.
Yeah, it looks nicer for them, and every time we go by here, we can say, you know, we did that. We had something to do with this house looking better.
Considering that they can't do it on their own, it felt pretty good. You know, it was rewarding. You know, I never expected to feel that way.
I haven't helped anyone out in a long time, and helping with the leaves was kind of rewarding to me.
What are you doing? What?
I lost my glove.
It's in the tree.
It's in the tree.
The tree grabbed it. I think the kids got a lot out of helping the neighbor because they saw that they could actually work and accomplish something.
Coming up,
I don't want to skate with all these on.
will Matt's temper get the best of him?
I just want you back on the right track.
And can Patty persuade Stephanie to talk?
I was thinking maybe, you know, kind of get out of the house today, and maybe me and you can go off and go kind of hang out and have some fun.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I'm down.
When I first met Matt, he had a skateboard in his hand, so I figured, you know, well, that'd be a great opportunity that we can spend some time with each other. So I thought I would take him to the skate park.
I was stoked to go to the skate park. Skateboarding is very important to me.
Wish I could skate, maybe be a little more fun.
Yeah.
Found out that he needed to wear his, you know, elbow pads and knee pads. And right off the bat, I could kind of tell that was going to be an issue.
Well, I had the elbow pads and knee pads on. Just wouldn't let me skate the way I wanted to. Made me pissed off, and I can't skate when I'm pissed off.
How's it going?
Terrible.
Skateboarding was one of his passions, but he was getting a little angry with it because he felt like, I'm not going to be able to skate.
Really? What the f?
Watch your mouth, use your self-control. You can do this, come on. I knew at that moment he was too far gone with anger for me to get mad at him for using profanity. So at that point, I just wanted to watch and see what he was going to do.
Oh my God!
Come on, man, you're leaning too far forward.
Yeah, because I have all these retarded ass pads on.
What's the pad got to do with you leaning forward? Absolutely nothing. It's not the pad. You're blaming it on the pad. Come on, do it. Let's go.
Dude, what the f? Dad. I'm done. Dad.
Wow. Hey,
These pads.
Matt.
Skateboarding.
He began to really start losing it. You're just gonna run off because you couldn't land that. And you
I'm pissed. I don't want to skate with all these on.
Don't let me hear that out of your mouth again, because when we get home, we'll do some things to keep you from doing that. You can't overcome 4 pads. What's gonna happen if something really happens in your life? This is not about pads. This is about your life, Matt, and where you're going from here. Look at me. You need to go out there and try your hardest and not walk away. When you're in this family, look at me. When you're in the Wilcox family, we don't quit. We don't walk away from things that are hard. We're gonna work through them and we're gonna do hard things.
I just figured, well, I'm not gonna waste this. I'm gonna go skateboard.
Oh, look at that. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I told you could do it. It was important for Matt to understand that it wasn't the pads that was keeping him from being able to do the tricks. Woohoo! Wow, getting used to those pads now.
I was happy Jack got me to stay, because if I missed out on skating in the park, I would have been pretty upset.
After we got home from the skate park, I wanted Matt to understand that even though he was mad and everything, it wasn't an excuse for him cussing and using the profanity. Wash it down real good, wipe it out, and get it nice and clean. There you go. And I'll be back to check on you.
My lack of self-control gets me into trouble a lot. When you're angry, you just gotta cool down and then just go back to what you're doing.
It smells a lot better.
Yeah, smells like some good
So
soap.
what'd you think about while you were doing this?
Profanity and how to not use it.
Exactly. We really hadn't had any real anger issues come up to this magnitude. And I was really glad that it happened, because I saw some things in Matt's life and his heart that came up that he really needed to work on. Good day.
Good day.
Good job.
You and I have talked a lot this week about how we both love the beach, so I thought it'd be a great place for just you and I to spend some time together.
I was ecstatic, because that's like my favorite place in the world to be.
You cool with that?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, let's go.
Right.
I want her to understand that you will not be successful if you do not have some type of education. She will not go to college on the road that she's on. So beautiful here.
Yeah.
It's my favorite place in the whole entire world.
Me
The
too.
beach.
The beach.
Stephanie's face just began to just get lighter and lighter, in my opinion. You could tell she felt really at peace there. I like to walk on the beach.
Me too.
God had given us such a beautiful day. The water was beautiful, the sand was beautiful. I want to talk to you a little bit about your school. There is nothing that's going to take you any further than getting that education. You better get stubborn about your studies and not let anything stop you. To go to college, you've got to have at least a 2.5 or higher to get in. And you have 4 years to redeem yourself, you know. You can go back home and make B's next semester and A's, and then you'll have your 10th grade year, your 11th grade year, your 12th grade year. Even if things are hard at home, don't let that shortchange you for your future. You just got off on the wrong track, and you know, I just want you back on the right track. I could tell through her eye contact and through her responses that she was getting it. What are you gonna do when you get home to make school better?
I do want to change.
You do want to change?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try. I do understand what Mrs. Wilcox was talking about. I'm going to study a lot harder. And I'm gonna make sure I turn in all my assignments. No one in my family has gone to college and graduated, and I want to be the first one in my family too.
Talk is cheap, actions mean everything. So don't tell me what you're gonna do, just do it. Can you give me your word on that?
I'm going to try.
Coming up,
We never see eye to eye. We like never get along.
Stephanie opens up to Patty,
Like overwhelmed, I guess.
and Matt receives an ultimatum.
If things do not change, we will have to seek other options like military school.
Hey, Stephanie. How you doing? I have something for you. Want to come over here and sit on your bed? This is a letter from your mom. She wrote to you, and she wanted you to read it. Do you mind if I stay while you read it, or? I was anxious to hear the other side of the story, to understand really the situation back at home.
It says, Dear Stephanie, you're a beautiful young woman, and I want to be proud of you, but your actions lately have shown a different side of you. Not only do you hurt my feelings, but you hurt the feelings of practically everyone around you, and it's completely selfish of you. I've done my best to teach you right from wrong. Lately, it's been harder to control you, and I'm starting to feel helpless. I do the best I can, but it's difficult when you're so stubborn. I'm your mom, and I love you, and I hope that means something to you. When you think I'm being strict or hard on you, you should know that I'm only trying to help you get ready for your future. With all my love, Mom, XOXO. It made me feel really sad and hurt that she felt that way. I mean, like, we fight all the time. We never see eye to eye. We, like, never get along. She just, like, said all this stuff. I'm just, like, overwhelmed, I guess. I didn't think any of this.
You didn't have any idea?
Yeah, I didn't realize.
I know it's difficult to hear in a letter, but at least she expressed how she felt. At least you know where she stands. If she's willing to say, I love you, and it's been really hard and I feel helpless, when you get back home, you know, there's a starting point. We can start fresh and new. It seems like she's willing to change too, so that you guys can get, you know, back together again and have peace in your home instead of all the strife. There's a lot of work to be done on both parts.
I do really understand what my mom was saying to me. I do need to accept the fact, and I need to change.
Sit right here at the pond. I had a letter from his mom and felt like that would be a good time to show him the letter and see how he felt about it. Your mom gave me something to give you. So I wanted to give you that.
I was like, oh, I haven't heard from my parents in a while. I hope it's a good letter. Dear Matt, we are writing this letter to let you know that you are going down the wrong path in your life.
I can tell he was having a hard time reading the letter, and so I read the letter to him and so that he would understand what she was saying. You also need to control your anger. If things do not change, we will have to seek other options like military school. With all my heart, I do not want it to come to that. We would like for you to live up to the potential that you have and love Mom and Dad.
This letter just makes me angry. I thought I was gonna hear some good news from my parents, and instead, my parents tried threatening me.
It kind of sounds like they really don't know what to do at this point, and there's gonna be some things that you're gonna have to make some changes. And if you keep doing the things that you're doing right now, you're not gonna be able to accomplish even your own dreams. You know, when we're down at the skating park, you had to overcome the pads, right?
Yeah.
And you did it. This is the same thing. This is an area, the honoring and respecting of your parents is an area that you've got to work on. You shared some things with me. Do you think if you guys sat down like that, you could work some of this out? You know, that might be something that you want to try.
Yeah, probably.
Every time they tell you to do something, you can't just get mad. They care about you. Regardless of how you feel about that, they care about you because they're your parents. And they want the best for you.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna head in.
Coming up, Matt faces his parents.
When you threaten me, it just gets me more angry.
And will Stephanie vow to change?
I was very proud of Stephanie and Matt and the progress they had made. I feel like we've given them the basic tools to change and to change from the inside out. Okay, well, we need you to go to your room. Your mom will be here very shortly. I need you to pack your bags and we'll get you ready to go home.
Okay.
All right?
I can't believe that my mom's coming, and I want to be closer to her, so I'm going to try to fix things.
Hey, Matt, can you come in here for a few minutes? Talk to you. I knew Matt's parents were on their way to the house, and I wanted to bring Matt into the kitchen and just talk to Patty and I. Your mom and dad are coming, so what I need you to do is go in your room, get things packed up. Just think about, you know, you don't have to go into how you would used to do things. Let's talk about and think about how you're going to do things now. Okay, can you do that?
Yeah.
So go in your room and get your things together, and I want you to be thinking about that, okay?
The most I'm gonna miss about being here is just having good communication.
I'm hoping Stephanie got a lot out of this week. I hope they had her doing some really hard work.
Are you nervous about seeing your mom?
A little bit. I really want to change mine and my mom's relationship, and I really want to be closer to her.
Mom! Hi, sweetie pie.
I miss you. I miss you too.
I was nervous. I was looking forward to seeing Stephanie. I wanted to see what she had to say.
So, when we first came in, it seemed like she was a little, not too sure about having to do some work and chores.
Stephanie has always tried to get out of work one way or another, oh, I'm busy, or, come on, Steph, come on, we got to get dinner set. Oh, I'll be there in a minute. And then she just doesn't show up.
She needs to know what your expectations are. And you have to not only have the rules and expectations, but you have to stand behind them, and there has to be discipline that follows that.
I took her on a date, just her and I, and we went off and we went to the beach. She needs you to do that for her as well. I think she needs just one-on-one time with you and just say, hey, what's going on,
And I've learned that, I need to bring up my grades. I didn't realize what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that words of encouragement are just so important to her. So we talked a lot about her academic success, that she will have to have a 2.5 or higher to get into any college. She does want to go to college. And I really stressed to her the academics. You've got to get yourself on the right track. Hunker down and get your grades up.
Your letter kind of hurt me a little bit. I was just like, okay, I didn't really realize that I was like that. So, that's also why it made me want to change even more. I've learned a lot of things in this family, and I hope to take that home and prove to you and my sisters that I can change.
I look forward to it. I'm excited.
Me too.
I definitely took in what everybody said here, about spending more time with Stephanie. I just love her to death. Thank you for everything. That was really sweet of you.
I'm glad we had the opportunity. Laura seemed happy about Stephanie's change, and I hope she was really serious about wanting to make the changes herself.
Bye.
My hopes for Stephanie and her mom as they head home is to really, spend the time talking, and they can really work on the issues that need to be worked on so they can be a team.
We'll have to definitely spend some one-on-one time. Would you like that?
Yeah.
Me too.
I just hope he comes back with a different attitude. A little bit of, maybe a little bit more respect for us, that we're not so horrible.
I was nervous to see my parents.
They're
If you
here.
don't mind, just go out and say hi and bring them in.
Hi, Matt.
What's up? How you guys? Whole bunch of stuff.
Seeing Matt for the first time after a week was awesome. I missed him.
When Matt first arrived, we immediately sat down and explained to him what our family rules are, what our expectations were for him. We have non-negotiables in our house, which means when you break these rules, there's no, well, I thought this or I thought that. That's the way we run our family. We're Team Wilcox. What was one of the big things that we talked about, non-negotiable, and communication?
Walking away from the situation. We got to the skate park. I was all happy, and when we got in there, I got a helmet, and then we had to wear pads. So that's what
Set you off.
Yeah.
It always sets him off down.
So it was my job to help him understand that you got to overcome your obstacle.
I'm a lot like him, so sometimes anger brings more anger, and it just blows up to where we both wind up walking away.
Right, so our job as a parent is to not walk away from the situation, because you need to understand, the most important thing is your relationship with him.
Like when you threaten me, just gets me more angry.
With the what, military school?
Yeah, doesn't make me want to change. It makes me want to stay the same.
after that statement, I said, and with all of my heart, I hope it doesn't have to come to that, because I would never really want to have to do that. But, you know, at that point, we were at a point where nothing else was working.
So, you know, he's willing to work on some things. You got to give him a chance to be more positive. He proved to himself that he can do these things. And he has it in him.
He's got tons of potential.
Abilities.
Tons of potential. You know how I feel about you. I would do anything for you, and to maybe get a little bit of help on the other end would be great.
That's good. I think that's a great start.
My hopes for my family are that we can gather together more as a family, communicate, and probably work together better.
Matt's made a promise to continue to use what he's learned here, and I have to be honest with you, I actually see it already.
I miss you guys. When I go back home, I'm gonna work on my anger. I wanna have a better relationship with my family and just spend a little bit more time with them.
I feel like that Team Wilcox has made a tremendous difference in Matt and Stephanie's life, and they are forever changed.
So you're gonna more or less stay calm and get through school, and
yeah, just have some self-control.
It's not worth fighting them, right?
Yeah.
It just brings more problems.
Just have some humility about the situation.